Hello Ceramics 2, your job for this project is to make some clay crystals that we're going to glaze so they look realistic and put them on an object. You get to decide what it is you would like to use. You could put them on a mug like this example, a bowl. You could make a sculpture that has these growing out of it. It's really up to you. This video just shows you how to make the actual design part. So we're all going to use the same detail and design and add it to something. This is just cutting up coils. So if everyone remembers from when we coiled back in the day, you want to grab a piece of clay, kind of start with the hot dog shape. You can always make them smaller. They don't have to be long coils. If you're rolling your coil and you remember you need to roll on a surface that is not wet, and you do not want to wet the coils because they'll turn into mush and it'll be slimy and it'll stick to your table. So you're just rolling some clay that you took out of your bag. If this flattens ever, then you can kind of press it back the other direction, but it's not going to roll very well. So the way to save a coil, if it's flattened, is to twist it. Twist and roll, twist and then roll, and it should turn right back into a nice coil that you can use. We're going to make a couple coils and let them sit out for a while to dry. They don't need to dry completely because they'd be hard to cut. But the softer they are, the less straight your lines will be when you cut the crystal design. If you want a time limit, I think I left mine out for an hour. It's really just your job to judge how soft that clay is. Since you aren't going to need this whole coil, you could kind of break off pieces now and then and see if it's softened yet. If you're waiting for it to dry, you can make something else. I'm just making a little tiny base here that I will put my practice crystals on just to show you what you need to do when you're connecting them. So then when you're ready, you're going to take a small piece of your coil and cut the sides off. I think 4 or 5, maybe 6 sides looks cool. I think 5 looked the best for the ones I was practicing. This one might have been 4. But once the sides seem pretty flat, then you will cut the top off so it looks almost like an arrow with a point at the end. You can cut 3 pieces off, 4, 5, 6, however many you want. Make sure that your different designs don't all match. If you cut them all the same exact height, the same exact width, it's not as realistic looking. So no matter what you put these on and however many you add, don't have them all look exactly the same. So again, you can't have brand new, fresh, really soft clay. If you make a coil, let it sit out, and then I just cut the sides of the coil off. I've cut about 5 different sides that are flat. And when that's all done, I take maybe I don't know if it's a 45-degree angle, probably not, but I just cut the ends on the very top off at a point. So I angle my knife so that there's a point. And that's going to mimic the shapes. They don't need to match. They look better when they don't match. And then you'll put them on something. So this is my little practice one. I'm just setting them and putting them on top of a tiny little slab. Anytime you attach them to anything, you need to hide the seam so we know that it's going to actually connect. You can do some decorative designs on the bottom where they connect. You could make it rough. Like if you wanted it to look like rock, you can rough up the bottom edge and make it look like it's coming out of a rock. I'm just keeping mine pretty smooth here for the practice.